Welcome to Aesthetic Academy, the only school that won't put you in debt, but probably won't help either. If you have no clue what's going on, don't worry, neither do the instructors. Now, get out your art supplies and quit eating your paint because class is in session.
Hello. Welcome back to the Aesthetic Academy. I'm Tap, as always. I'm joined once again by the lovely Gravity Bee.
It's me, B.
Oh, shit. You can see our faces this time. Hello. Well, I say faces.
In spirit.
I love that you still have a fucking bunger on your head.
I could take him off.
No, keep him. He's our friend.
Gotta name him.
Today what are we doing today, B? And yes, we'll name him Benny Bunger.
Benny Bunger.
Benny.
Today, we're gonna be doing Mermay. Since we don't have enough time to do all the prompts, like all, 31?
Yeah.
Yeah, 31. We're gonna do the weird.
The weird. Bring out the weird.
Da 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 da. Oh, stuck. Get over there. It just wants to make like half a thing. Da 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 da.
I love all the ads too. Very good, very good. Oh my god, is that an ad for the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV?
No. Newfound Adventure.
It is. That's the 6.1 update.
Oh, it's gone now. You mentioned it and it left.
That's because it knew I was going to do its advertising for it.
And then it left.
Alright.
And by God, did it leave.
Oh my god, did it leave.
It left all the time in this institution. Okay. We got 31 prompts on here.
Oh,
so those who don't know, Mermay is basically like just a drawing prompt kind of thing, like based around mermaids, where you're supposed to do a mermaid every day, but who got time for that? Not us. So it was created by Tom Bencraft. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He made Mushu. He created Mushu at Disney. And his brother made Pumbaa, I think.
Oh, sick.
So they made this list, and then I think all the days where the sponsors ones are already done, but he gets like companies to sponsor some of the prompts to give away stuff to artists, like Wacom and other stuff like that. So they have like little contests here and there, but I think all three of them are done now, because I think they were a couple days apart from each other. Yeah, so we got all these prompts. We got Workers, Sirens, Glossy Star Wars Days, Symbiotic, Doodle, Ghostly Mother, Sea Life Vibe, Superstar, Mermaids, Cyberpunk, Cozy, Pet, Electronic Gaming. Emotional.
Like Fortnite?
No, EA Games, obviously.
Oh, wait,
Just that company.
Isn't Fortnite owned by EA?
I don't know.
Nah, who knows?
Emotional Pirate, Octopus, Diamond Piece, Virtual World, Warrior, Social Butterfly, Relax, Double Ponytail, Fearful, Ethnic, Comic Book Impulsive, and Potion.
Alright.
A wide range. Which one are you hoping to get?
Symbiotic. Not for the reason you'd think either. I'm not thinking like Venom symbiote kind of thing. I've got this idea for like an anglerfish thing in mind, you know. Ooh, or maybe like the little pilot fish that clean sharks. Ooh. Oh my god. I got some ideas. I got some ideas already. What are you looking for?
Electronic gaming. Make a Fortnite mermaid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole animation of them doing the default dance.
Oh.
Alright. Do you want to go first or me?
You know what? You go first.
Okay. wheel. This is for me. So rig it. Am I right, fellas? Go. I love that it lags.
Yeah, it's very good. Our
That's
production
the best
quality
part
is
of the
so high.
wheel. It's taking an awfully long time.
You are being hypnotized. Give us all your donos.
Hypnotoad, Hypnotoad.
All glory to Hypnotoad.
Oh, I think it's slowing down.
Behold the
I
spinning
can't
wheel.
tell. Oh, it is slowing down. Is it?
Like
I don't
and
know.
subscribe. Smash that like button.
Oh. Oh.
Social butterfly. Oh,
Oh,
warrior.
a warrior?
Virtual world. Oh, did it
No
stop?
pop-up.
Are we good?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, warrior. Warrior.
Warrior. Okay, that I can do.
All right.
Fuck. So I got warrior.
Are
You
you ready
ready?
to be hypnotized again?
Bop, 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 bop.
Ooh, I didn't even see octopus. God, that didn't register. I'm hoping I get octopus. Stare into the wheel. You are
Behold
getting
the
very
wheel.
generous with your money. Give us your mom's credit card and those funny 3 numbers on the back.
Ooh.
Observe the way it says spin. And how it does.
Oh, it's slowing down.
Wow, why didn't mine take forever? What the hell?
Fearful. Oh my-
For real? For real,
It said get cursed. LOL.
It was like, we know Tap. We must make him make curse.
Cursed only. Beautiful.
Alright, okay.
Oh yeah. Here's the official Mermay website. It's mermay.com. You guys can go check it out and have a little look-see.
Oh, look at how cute that... Yeah, that's hella Disney fucking
Yeah.
art style. Oh my god.
Yeah, Tom Bancroft, this man, right here.
Ooh. Tom Bancroft. Does he ban Ancraft?
He might,
Oh shoot.
but does he play Minecraft?
I was gonna say new Minecraft just dropped. Minecraft 2, Bancraft.
Minecraft.
Alright, so fearful, huh? Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin with that.
Uh-oh.
Now, how do you... Okay, so what do you think that means, right? Does that mean that the mermaid is afraid, or that the mermaid is the one that is scary?
Ooh, that's a good point. I guess it's up to your interpretation.
Well, see, because I could go both ways. I'm just thinking. What would you think? Or if anybody's in chat, hit us. What are we feeling, guys? What do you want to see? Do you want to see the usual curse stuff I do, or do we want to see curse with a twist? Other way, we're gonna do some warm up real quick, and I have a thinky thought.
I'm thinking. Mm-hmm.
Cursed with a twist or just usual cursed? I'm not. But that doesn't help. That was the point. That was the question. With a twist, then? Okay, I could do that. Alright.
A little twist. Mer twist.
Actually, we're gonna make this more of the, actual central piece, then. if we're doing this. Okay, we can do this. Ooh, this is immediately changing. Hold on. I got this. Sorry, we're doing some loose sketchy sketch shit real quick. And then we'll do like in the background. I have a vibe for this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what we're doing here. Alright, this is gonna look like a bunch of fucking nonsense to people for now, right? Because it always does. This is just how, like, how sketching works. Like, the loose, rough sketchness, you know?
Oh yeah, did you see that new horror movie coming out?
Which one?
Men.
Men?
It's literally called Men. I'm not
Okay.
making a goof.
Alright. What I mean, presumably it's about men, but like what kind of vibes is it giving? Like what shit is
Kind of like a body horror-esque.
Okay.
Because at one point, like, he, like, starts, like, picking at his skin and stuff.
Oh no. That's fucking creepy.
I think they're also talking about another Scream, even though they just released another Scream.
Sure.
Which, is kind of a surprise to me, because they kept it in our theater for, like, literally, like, 3 days, barely.
Oh yeah.
But they were keeping it in other theaters, so I don't know why it just disappeared out of existence in our theater. They were like, goodbye.
You're not allowed to have this anymore, gamer. Sorry.
Sorry, I know you were making plans to see it, but LOL. Get wrecked.
Okay. Bing, bing, bing.
Is the title song It's Raining Men, but like horror? God, I wish. It's raining men. Do, do, do. Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming out in May. Okay, so the synopsis is, in the aftermath of a personal tragedy, Harper retreats alone to the beautiful English countryside, hoping to find a place to heal. However, someone or something from the surrounding worlds appears to be stalking her. What begins as a shimmering dread soon becomes a fully formed nightmare, inhabited by her darkest memories and fears.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out May 20th. Oh, that's in 5 days.
Oh shit.
Oh my
You gonna go
god.
see it?
I did ask my friend if she wanted to go see it. I thought it was a month away. Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
Apparently didn't register to me that it is.
In fact, May.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. Okay, this should start kind of making a little bit more sense now, to other people, like what's happening.
Nope.
But we
just lagging.
We got some like shipwreckage going on.
You gonna work now? Photoshop? There we go. I don't know why it was like, fuck you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, right. Like that, and then we go like bam, bam. Right now we're just shape finding, really. Kind of being really loose, going in with kind of a basic idea. So the idea that we have, or that I have for this piece is, with Fearful, I want to make it like this shipwreck where the mermaid's hiding behind, or like in like a bit of actual shipwreck, right? And the way that we're going to accentuate it is we're going to focus on high contrast right here, right? And this, actually, let me do this on another layer so I can kind of show. So this is just sketch right now. And this is a good thing to do for the people that are more worried about kind of painting than doing line art and stuff like that. It's a good idea to sketch out really loose, really rough, get your basic idea out. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the composition of this piece as a whole. We're going to have right here in the foreground not a lot going on. There's not going to be a lot of like lines. There's not going to be a lot of like delineation, anything really breaking up too much. We still want some, like with these sandbars right here, because we want to show both depth and kind of hide some of the bits, break it up just a little bit so that we can separate the background, the midground, the foreground, right? We're going to work on the foreground with kind of some more like dark silhouette vignetting. Anything with like seaweed, some coral, some rocks, anything like that. But the high contrast is going to come from here, where there's the light and the shadow. So we're going to do atmospheric perspective back here to push that other half of the ship way to the background. It's going to have less contrast. It's going to be in the background. It's not going to be the focal point of it. And it's going to make this side feel really heavy, right? Now, when you do stuff with basic composition, you want to do like a 3/4 kind of, or a rule of thirds, I think, is what it's called. And you've probably heard of this. But there's points where it's the most interesting part of the piece, right? We're going to focus on kind of upsetting that. This is why you want to learn the rules before you break them. So normally what we do is, since we have a really high contrast part going right here, where we're going to have like a huge difference between shadow and light, or lights and darks, to draw attention with our eyes over here. Normally what we do is we balance it out. We try to put something back here that like an accent color or something like that. Something just to pop, because what we want to do is create this like gentle flow, right? Or in this case, if we were focusing on this and we had like leading lines or anything like that, we were going to go, because you always notice faces first. That's just a weird rule of composition. You'll look at faces. So even if this has some sort of accent, this high contrast combined with this face means your eyes are going to be this for the entry point. And that's important for this next part that I'm going to be explaining, why we're breaking the rules. In Western culture, we typically view good guys and bad guys from the way that we read, right? So we go from left to right, and that's how our eyes want to do this. And so what I'm doing to make this piece a scary piece is by messing with those rules, breaking those rules. What we're doing is we're making it go backwards immediately, right? We're going right to left in order to make it uneasy. That already sets it off balance. And that's an important word, off balance. So with composition, you normally want to balance pieces, right? Like I was saying, we have high contrast here. We want like an accent mark with a brighter color, or like a different accent color than all the rest of the piece. Because this is going to be lots of greens, lots of blues. So we'll probably want to put like a red or something, like maybe of like a sail or something. And that would balance it. But we're not going to do that, because that gives your eyes comfort. That makes you feel comfortable. And we want to work on like a horror piece, right? We want to make it scary. So what we're doing is we're already setting you off balance by making you making your insert to this piece backwards, right? And then we're going to set a heaviness on one side. We're pushing it so that you're gonna view in and you're gonna want to look this way and find more balance, but something's gonna feel off to you. Another trick we're gonna do later, and you'll see it later, is that we're going to angle this a little bit with a Dutch angle. So that's moving it off kilter just a little bit, and using boxing, like actual framing of, like, if you've ever seen like Letterbox or anything like that, like YouTube videos where like there's part of the screen that's black, we're going to use that and keep that in the piece so it looks like a movie shot. And the biggest part that we're going to put in that's unsettling is context. So for horror, jump scares, stuff like that, or just making something look really gory and creepy is fine and well, but what you do is you breeze past it. You just go, okay, that's creepy, I guess, whatever, moving on. We want to create a sense of unease. So we're not going to give you view of the thing that is scary, of what's making this scary, but we're going to hint at it with context. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have shadow over some of this piece of a looming creature, right, flowing. And we're going to have some light lines that are getting broken up. And again, we want to create unbalance, so we're going to have this really cloudy back here, and then the light lines show up anywhere that the shadow's not breaking it up, anywhere that the shadow's not blocking it out. And that creates this lingering sense of unease, because you can't see your predator, and there's unbalance. You don't feel safe. And with her tail sticking out like this, she's visible. So that will make you feel uncomfortable. You know that she's not fully hidden. We're going to have her tail be like the brightest piece of this. She's easily seen. We're going to make this piece feel bad. Anyway, sorry.
It's me. I'm coming for that sushi.
Uh-oh.
Nom, 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 nom.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on like a crazy tangent.
Nah, go for it. Them kids be learning.
These are the kind of things too, by the way. So if you ever see people where it's like, oh, they're just drawing this thing, they're doing like you know, a piece really quickly, you know, they're doing this stuff, it looks like it doesn't take much time or anything like that. It gives this false sense of easiness to people who view like speed paints and stuff like that, is that there's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about that I'm not talking about, you know? I mean, I just did, but like if I weren't doing that, I would be working this piece up really quickly and you guys would be like, oh yeah, that's not hard, you know? Because the painting part, the actual drawing part itself is not hard. The act of line making is not hard. It's something that you can learn the technical side of pretty easy, you know? Anybody can pick up a pencil and start making marks. It's thinking about your piece, thinking about how you're putting stuff together, or you know, where you're making your marks the darkest or the lightest or the thickest or thinnest or anything like that to create the illusion of space. So if anybody ever tells you that drawing only ever took you like 2 minutes, you tell them no. All the time it took for you to study to learn this shit, that's how long it took. And not just study it, not just like, I'm not just saying like watch a YouTube video or listen to some inkblob ramble on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, you know? I mean like actually sit down and put it together and like figure out what you're, you know, what you're actually learning.
Delicious tea.
Alright. Okie dokie. And something else you'll notice me doing too when I do these sketch layers like this is here. I'll redo it. So we have our previous sketch layer, right? That I bumped down to 50%. That was here. Let's bump it back to 100. This is like really loose. This looks like nothing. This is chicken scratch. This is just to get the idea out of your head, right? You get a baseline. Because if you have a blank piece of paper, like anything's possible and you have no idea where to go from it. So don't design and you know, make marks at the same time. Don't doing both at the same time is hard to do. We suck at multitasking. So work really loose, get the general idea down, because this was gonna start as like rocks and shit like that, but as I was working and as I was exploring, right, this is what they mean to explore a piece. As I was exploring and making marks and just figuring out what kind of felt right, I found like I wanted to make this a ship and not just rocks, because that was kind of boring, right? So I bumped it down 50%, and we make a new layer on top, and that's another sketch, right? And we kind of refine and we figure it out. And this is what happens when you do multiple sketches on top of each other. And that's something that digital media can afford us to do. You can do it in traditional. You just have to be really careful and really light and stuff like that. Like you'll see people who will... I watched recently somebody do a watercolor of a skull and then oil paint over it the actual person's face, right? So you can do it. It's just... digital lets you do it a little bit easier. It's more geared towards that. So it's not a thing where like people are like, oh yeah, digital's easier or you know anything like that. It's not. It's more forgiving than a lot of other medium. But like there's a weird disconnect that happens when you're drawing on a drawing tablet. Like it's really glidey. There's no tooth. There's no texture. Everything you do, you kind of have to do after the fact to try to mimic that feel, and that comes with its own skill set. So, you know, anyway, back to the point. Sorry, ADHD. We're doing our other sketch on top, and we've bumped the opacity of the one below that down, because that's not our main focus anymore. We're refining. I'm going to merge those layers together. You saw how there were 2 layers, now they're 1. So now, boom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bump this one down to 50%. Or 53, 55, whatever. It doesn't matter. The numbers aren't important. Just give it some opacity, make a new layer, sketch on top of it again. Refine, refine, refine. I'm actually going to lower this a little bit more. There we go.
Oh.
And now I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller, and I'm going to focus more on like actual shape and form that I'm thinking about, right? So I'm thinking about this piece of reef that I'm making. And before it was just like, just real quick, you know, whatever. But now I'm going to be thinking about like the actual shaping of it. the actual how are we putting it together? How is it clinging on? So we're going to think about this in like a grid line pattern, right? We're thinking about the shapes, like cylinders and stuff, that make up this part of our painting, right? We're going to be thinking about like the folds and stuff. I could probably zoom in, actually. That'd probably help. So we're thinking about like the folds and stuff. We're thinking about our forms, how we're... And honestly, it helps sometimes to do these grids like this. I'm not even going to be doing line art. I'm going to be doing painting for this entire piece. But all of these steps go into making a good painting, you know? As you're thinking about the cylinders, you're thinking about, you know, the spheres and where your light's going to actually appear. And when you do it this way, right? Here, let me make a different layer. It helps you because you can think, okay, like here is where I want to put my shadows on this plane that's facing away from my light source, right? And that doing that grid work like that makes that way easier, so that when the time comes, you have the shadow shape already thought out for you as you're doing this. I'm gonna have our part of the rock that's coming out. Like this part of the rock. I'm gonna think of it like a rough triangle shape on the surface right here. And then we want like a crack coming in here. So what I'm gonna do is this is actually gonna be a separate shape. We're going to think about. We're going to go boop.
Diddy. Oh, I small.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I back.
All right.
Have you ever seen the little trash mermaid?
Yes. Oh my god, I love it.
Very good.
I found it through Pinterest, which is unfortunate, you'd think, right? Because it's like, oh no, somebody's stealing the art and posting it on Pinterest. But like, I kind of wouldn't have known about it if it weren't for Pinterest. Which, like...
Yeah, I think they watermark, like, at least 2 of their panels.
That's... yeah, that's
and people
really
are,
good
like, lazy to take it out.
Yeah, so... It sucks because it's like, oh man, like, fucking these people stealing this shit and reposting it everywhere. But, like, I just found it and then I was like, oh, okay, so, like, they're on Webtoons. So I'm just gonna swap over to Webtoons instead of browsing it through Pinterest and give them a follow and a like. And you know what I mean? And then you can redirect people anytime you're anytime you talk about it. If you're like, hey, have you seen Trash Made? And then you're like, it's on Webtoons, not, you know, it's on Pinterest by XX DJ Wolf 22, you know.
Speaking of Wolf, so it's like somebody's trying to spread a rumor, I guess, that the subwoofers from Eurovision are the same guy as like What the Fox Say.
Oh my god. I hope so, honestly.
Is it
what
true?
does the
Is it not?
wolf
Who
say?
knows?
Give me a banana.
Before I eat your grandma.
Yeah, they're from Norway. So is the what does the fox say, dude? Isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was from
Yeah.
Norway. Yeah.
I think that's what makes it plausible
Yeah.
for believability. You devil banana.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gotta have muscle. She a warrior.
Boop, boop, boop. So another big thing, too, is like I'm getting kind of caught up on the detailing a little bit, which is okay for this part of it, right? But I need to stop doing that because this is going to be our focus, right? This is going to be our area of the most focus. We don't need to do all the detailing for stuff like that. So I'm not going to be doing this stuff in the background. We want it to fade. We want it to be fuzzy because it's kind of how eyes work. It's how our lens of focus works, you know, is we've only got a certain space, and then after that all the details get kind of fuzzy. So why would you paint the details too, you know? We're not going to focus on anything out here other than like a quick bloop, you know, just little paint, little splotch, boom boom boom, get the idea across, and then focus the rest of our time and energy into this central piece.
Wow. Tip is verifying for us. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I could probably zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm doing.
For me, I just kind of went for the line of action, and we want that high emotion. She's about to fucking stab a bitch. Maybe she's coming to defeat your monster.
Oh shit. Yeah, there you go.
The lore. And then the mermaids get married.
Oh hell yeah.
We're gonna make a better love story than Twilight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also really, really important. So especially when you're focusing on characters like Bee's doing, focusing on like the line of action, like she said, the high power, like the high energy, and that kind of S curve that she's got going on, right? Where it's that compression and the wind up, especially since you've got the S curve, and then the rest of the gesture it looks like is doing like another S curve. So it's lots of dynamic flowing, lots of movement. That's good. Also,
and they're in the water,
too.
so you can just go like brrr.
Yeah.
Okay. Why no erase? There we go. Just had to complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
No erasing?
God, I love that fucking meme of the like no maidens.
No bitches. Can't wait for the Megamind TV series. Hand it over.
That is gonna be really good, actually. Like, I unironically really want to see that.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've told you yet. Okay, so you remember Garfield Eats, the illustrious Garfield Eats.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know they tragically went under, and now they're online only. But the creator, Garfield Eats,
Garfield
is
himself.
making, yes, Garfield himself is making a YouTube Real Housewives style of like show on YouTube.
Huh.
After the slogan, love me, feed me, don't leave me. So that's what the show's called.
Okay.
Uh, and I want to have a viewing party for it because I think that's very good. Especially if it's like Real Housewives style.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
hell
something.
I'd be down.
What
we
a
still gotta
business
do the
move,
fucking
though.
Blair Witch Scooby-Doo shit.
I know, but Jay is never here, Jay. Jay.
Alright, so now we're getting into kind of the background elements a little bit. We're gonna not really focus so much on the details. We're just gonna start making some shapes, because this is gonna be all blurred a little bit anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make lighter lines. We're gonna like less focus, less contrast stuff.
Oops, nope, that's not what I want. Oh fuck, there's also this very very good TikTok I saw. Okay, so I'm gonna pose the question to you first.
Mm-hmm.
What uh what would happen if all the women on Earth disappeared?
Um, I honestly, I think it would take men a while to even fucking notice. Like, not because like they're not important or anything like that, but just because men are so fucking stupid that we'd just be like, huh, wonder where they all are.
They're all out getting their nails did.
Yeah, right. And then like I think 2 or 3 days later, yeah, it'd be just like a cesspool of fucking like, yeah, half drunk Dr. Pepper cans on every surface, fucking like no laundry being done, like just a bunch of dudes being like, oh man, dude, that guy fucking reeks, and be like, dude, you fucking reek, dude. Just like, oh yeah, I guess so. Like, fuck. There'd just be a bunch of dudes who just stop caring about like their appearance and their fucking anything. Like, they just turn into grody monsters.
So the TikTok, the answer the person gave is the fish would shortly follow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go out fishing. Am I right, fellas?
Right, right. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's boomer as fuck.
Fish love me, women fear me.
That's
Wait,
honestly what I was thinking once you said the fish would shortly follow. I was like,
Hold on.
I was like, how do we put that together?
Oops. There we go.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So this is another thing too, when a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm only ever gonna draw like characters or anything like that. Like I'm not gonna do like buildings or anything." You know what I mean? Like you limit yourself a ton. I'm having to do perspective work for everything, even organic features, right? I'm thinking about like the cylinders, the shapes, the everything, right? Because this thing right here, this is just built of like multiple cylinders, right? We've got boom, boom, just kind of like following that flow. We've got another cylinder attached. Like fuck, dude, it's all perspective all the way down. I bet y'all thought I was gonna talk about the ship part.
Got him.
That just reminded me. You're all fools. It were really the organic part. Haha, gotcha, gamers.
Get got.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
That's not good shape. Retry. Better. I hope they make more horror movies soon. Just make every movie a horror movie.
Oh man, Tip and I still have to watch the. We keep talking about renting the next Alien, but we've been so far distracted. So we were just actually that should be a little bit longer. I feel. Let's have this overlap.
Do-do. Right, that's how braids look. Hell. It's like I know they look a certain way. think I'm immediately doing it wrong. Yep. Okay. Back it up. The first one was right. Hello?
Hello.
Also does not look right, tutorial.
Braids are like do a bunch of circles and then they're Y's. So like bam, 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 and then you connect the like wavy bits. So then you go whoop. Same thing. And then you're just gonna bump, bump. Do another Y. Do another bumpy bit. Like, whoop. Oh god, I lost it. Braids are so hard.
Back it up. Is it fat enough? And when I throw it back, fast enough? If I speed it up, can you handle that? Well, that I can kind of do. Whoop, whoop.
Alright. Ooh, God. Again, we're just, you know, refine our sketch. Refine. It's called, a lot of people refer to it as, like, tightening. Because we started really loose. And now we're getting a little bit tighter in terms of, like, our piece and whatnot.
Good enough for now. Aw, so fucking tight. Oh fuck, so tight. Hi, Colin.
Oh, fuck, so tight.
Hello, Colin. Give her an ear so she can hear. Colin, go find Jay so we can watch the Scooby-Doo horror movie. Wake Colin up, right? Or Colin. Yeah, they're the same person. It's true.
Colin, go wake Colin up.
At Julie914. Oh, thank you. That'll get him. That'll get him. I think that's his Twitch. I don't know. Sounds right. I imagine it's connected to his Discord.
There we go.
Smacking a hairline there. Smack it in. Bonk. Oh, me feet. She's ready for murder.
For murder.
We'll give her a cool line in her eyebrow with a scar.
Oh shoot.
She's battled before.
She'll do it again.
She was a part of the big fight.
You know, the big fight.
Smacking a hand there. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. You see, she's saying pog. High emotional pog.
Oh shit. Extreme pog. Little do B and Tap know that she's ready to pog. Watch what happens next.
That's our clickbait for the season.
Yeah, right.
See a little bit of braid here. Boom. And then the braid would come back up.
Again, like I was saying, with this background element, we're not going to get too mired in the details. We're still going to want to give some sort of context that kind of attaches these two pieces together, because we want, you know, this stuff right here to have more of a detailed feeling and more of a in the front and present. We want it to be in focus, but we want this to also have the same hints of like what it is. We want to give it context to piece it together. That's called motif. Anytime there's any sort of repetition, where it gives it this connectivity. You see it a lot done in perspective pieces, or with atmospheric perspective rather, in like mountain paintings where you have lots of trees. We have a tree in front that's like that, and then, you know, you have all your details and stuff, and then tree in the background that's like that. And that gives you kind of context of which direction space is going in the piece. Oops. I cannot back up any further. Well, that's fine. There we go.
I back it up. Is it fat enough? Ow, ow. I'm gonna quickly go to the washroom. I'm just gonna... Whoop.
Okay.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Again, we're just adding a little bit of detail just as context. We want motif again, because it looks wrong when it's flat like that for a reason. Is because in our heads, in our minds, we're going, okay, this is not a clean break. None of this stuff was sliced cleanly. It's torn. It's splintered. So the clean lines for this make it feel wrong and weird. And again, that's because our brains work using context. We're not meant to focus on every single detail all at once, but we do have an idea of what should be correct. And so when I do that, when I add a little bit more jaggedness to it, it feels right, you know? It feels more correct. There we go. We have more of that breakage. We are going to do a trick with the selection tool later where we kind of blur it a little bit more. Because, again, that's still a little bit too in focus, right? Is because there's so much contrast over here. You'll notice your eye keeps getting drawn right here and right here. That's because there's this break between white space and, I guess, pink space, since I'm using pink. But of light space and dark space, right? As there's a cluster of nonsense going on right here that makes us want to look that way. There we go. So let's actually do this a little bit real quick so we can there we go. And what we're gonna do is go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, go like bump, 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 and go okay. And you see how that's kind of been pushed back in space a little bit more now. It's hard to tell because there's not this breakage yet of whoops, that's not right, of line weight. So we'll go through here and we'll break up the silhouette. Do you see how once we've added that line, it makes it a little bit more, a little bit easier to kind of tell what's happening in the foreground versus the background. You kind of want to do that anywhere there's an overlap, really, so that you can kind of push these lines around. And I say push around, we're not physically moving the lines, but you can see how once I start changing the line weights on things, you can see how they're being either brought to the front as like the main focus or pushed to the back. And this feels a little bit weird because we're never going to keep most of that. What we want to do is push it like right here. So we're going to have it like this, right? And that feels a little bit better. Because we've got more of it going off into space. You want to draw off the page, especially with stuff that's going to be in the background. It's a good idea to draw off the page with stuff. For right now, we're going to keep it, though, because I'm going to be using it as context for myself, for what's kind of going on. But you'll notice how it feels better, the difference between those two, right? It's like night and day almost. And that has to do with it can make composition can make or break a piece. So it's a good idea to keep these kind of things in mind. Hello, B. I see you sneaking in.
Hello.
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 Right. What do we think of that so far? How's that catching you? How's that?
Let me pierce beyond the veil and have a look. Oh, it's looking sexy. I love all the plant life.
If I can remember what my flip canvas was. Hold on. No. Whoa, not that. Oh, duh. I made it the biggest button. I'm an idiot.
Big button.
Oh, I kind of like. I know why I like that, right? Because I was like, oh, that feels way better, and it's like, yeah, of course it feels way better because I was just talking about it. It's left to right. That feels more correct in our minds. It makes us less uneasy. But that's not what we're going for. We want it to be unsettling. All right. Let's put a gradient in the background too. I want to kind of see. We'll go with like. Oops, not radial. I want linear. Like that, I'm feeling. What I want to do is add this sort of. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, where is... I think that's how I want it. And then we're going to merge this down. Yeah, there we go. Now it's like this more greeny grossness. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think that's actually supposed to be flipped around like that. Yeah, okay, that's how we want it. Don't worry about that for now, guys.
That's a surprise tool used for later.
Yeah. Okay. Bump. Oops. Okay, let's go with... Where's my paintbrush?
Uh-oh. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to start doing some blocking in. Change some of this to boop, 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 boop. You'll notice too, this is kind of a different painting method than what I was doing in our last video, where I was doing like the flats and then kind of keeping everything in line with color selecting. And that's good. That you should branch out, you know, try out different painting techniques.
I'm back.
Hello. Everything okay?
Yeah, there's just a cat that keeps harassing Tinkerbell. Well, not harassing, more like being like, "Oh, cool, another cat. I'm gonna talk to you."
Yep.
And then my cat is like, "Get the fuck off my property!" I guess my mom didn't notice that the cat was out there, and she was trying to shoo out a bug, and then the cat just fucking broke for it.
Oh no.
She managed to grab her. Yeah, but this cat, the other one does not like humans, because, she is a little kitten. So I went up, I tried to, like, see if, like, it was friendly, but it was just, like, very cautious, and it kind of hissed at me, and I was like, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. Alright. Anything we're gonna do, we need this like sandy bitch. But we're gonna have to green shift it just a little bit. So what we're gonna do is yeah.
Oop. Okay.
This is another kind of tip, I guess, is that like a lot of times you'll think that just like color picking is kind of the way to go, but you'll notice that like on the white background this is really green. It looks like grass green, right? But with the sea setting that we're doing, and I know a lot of people are like, water's blue, duh. It's like, there's a lot more colors in there than you think. With that green background, now we've shifted the tone of it. It looks a little bit more yellow. It's more yellow shifted. We're going to be adding more colors, more tones to this. Right now we're just blocking some stuff in. And it'll make a lot more sense later. But we're thinking about kind of the overall color, the overall hues that we want to go with, right? And a lot of times when you look at like a picture of the sea underwater, if it's not super clear, there's like this kind of green almost haze to it. And we're going to be pushing more blues in there too, because I want to go for like cooler tones. But that's something that we can do after the fact. For now, I just want to think about how I'm going to make everything harmonize with the wood coloring, with the kind of like, you know, hazy sea, and give it just that kind of uneasy feeling in general. Like that always makes it's like Halloween kind of like sky feel, you know? Like it makes you think of like witches and like, you know, horror movies, like creepy stuff.
Halloweener. Jesus, they're releasing all the scary movies now. It's gonna be left for Halloween.
Oh, what's up?
Where?
Okay. Where? Let's go in with my charcoal tip, actually. Let's kind of blend this out just a little bit.
My international harvester.
There we go. You know what? Let's actually do this because I kind of want to. There we go, like a soft light. See what I mean about this now? Where we've pushed in our blues a bit, but it's still got more of a green feel. I'm actually gonna tone this down just a bit. But as we do that, it gets this like eerie, unsettling sea vibe, you know. And you know, I guess it looks kind of silly with all the pinks. So here, let's do that. Like, see when you don't have that pink to kind of accent it, like it gets that like real creepy kind of like. Ugh. But I like working in pink because it's easy to see over, you know, darker colors. And I just like pink as a color in general. It's like my favorite color.
Pink, very good. Oh yeah, you can drink a bisexual at your local Dairy Queen today.
Excuse me?
So you know how Dairy Queen does like summer blizzards and stuff? They decided to do that with like menu items. So you know the Arctic Rushes you can get at Dairy Queen?
Yes.
It's a slushie. It's just a
Okay.
slushie. So they made a poolside. It has a really long name. It's like poolside slurp something. I don't know. But it's literally like purple, pink, and blue.
Yeah.
It tastes good.
All right. There we go. We want to find a color like this that like harmonizes more. There we go. And all I'm doing is working this up and giving it little like light patches. For the most part, we're just pushing this back until it slowly starts to fade. Right? I just want to add some stuff like that. Let me actually delineate this like a little bit more. And then we're also going to do this, but I'm going to push these colors closer.
Whoosh.
So now, when we look at it, you see how from like a thumbnail size, you get this kind of receding in space. Well, I guess it would probably help if I actually put in some fucking like ship siding. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Here we go.
There we go. She's ready to stab God.
Oops. Ba-ring, ba-ring. Tip just noticed your hat.
Very good. I have this, I have Bunger, I have the frog hat that green screens itself out, which is very funny. What else do I have? Scarf mask, obviously. Hot girl shit.
Put this more in like a red tone. No, we need. More. No, that is too orange. You want to like, not like that. I'm trying to find my color. You know, it would help if I didn't do that.
Gotta tone her up a bit. She's got the muscles for days. She trained for the creator clash.
Okay, that's the color I want for the background, honestly. And then this one for foreground, I think. Yes, okay. There we go. Make a little more sense. Let's do just as like a quick fucking. Oops. Right though, like from a thumbnailing point or standpoint, you can see where it starts to recede in space, where it gets like this oceany, like it pushes back. It's gonna look kind of wonky as we're painting it, just because we need to. Again, we're doing our loose, and then we refine, and we refine, and we just keep tightening it. And I just realized that I donked my paint layer. Alright, well, that's okay. It's nothing I can't redo.
No more paint layer.
Yeah, right? Ooh, that is too purple. There we go. Oh, that's because I'm doing a soft light. Let's do. I think if I do it this, nope. Let's find our color again. Let's make it our friend.
Have you ever heard of Magic Quest?
Magic Quest. Don't know that I have.
So
The Mighty Swords thing, or
no, it's like a place of an experience, you will. So think of it kind of like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, before like that existed.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it was supposed to be like a in-person kind of RPG. So you get your own wand that'll like activate stuff and cast spells. And you're supposed to go on like this journey to like there's different quests to complete.
Yeah.
So there's like defeating the dragon and like going on little side quests. There is a building like completely dedicated to it, but there's also one where they just kind of like like it used to be its standalone thing, but then it got bought up by like Great Wolf Lodge.
Oh, okay.
And they just kind of like shove them into their hotels, right? So there's just part of Magic West like in like the halls and stuff.
Huh.
So it's like next to like this chest that you're supposed to open or something. There would just be like a fire extinguisher. That's real immersive.
Very good. Start toning this down a bit just so that we can see what we're doing. See what we're doing. Alright, the rocks.
See what's popping.
I have not forgotten about the coral. It's just that's going to be a accent piece. It's going to pop.
Oh. Fix up here. Oop. Yeah.
Because we're going to do it in like a red.
E. E. There we go. That's cleaned up enough. Imagine being able to do a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
There we go. Starting to piece it together. Although I think I might need to call it here for now. We'll finish this up more. Do you want to continue this next time?
Yeah, we could do the next time. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, sleepy.
Uh-oh, sleepy.
Mm.
Z.
Well, it's almost been 2 hours, so I think we'll pick this up more next time. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been really fun. We'll do more Mermay continuation. Mermay Part 2. I love your mermaid. They're very warrior. I like the shell shield.
They're ready for stab.
Yeah.
Stabbing God.
I dig the
I like the colors.
Oh, thank you. I need to here. I need to let's see if I can. It's gonna look good soon. We're just working on it. We're getting there. Just takes more refinement, more time.
More.
I like the angled fin look that you went with, like the sharp angles for it, instead of just like really swoopy curves that you like stereotypically see on a lot of mermaids, and it gives it a lot of personality, I think.
Angles are delicious.
Angles for very fight.
I think it's. Heck, what is his name? Oh, I'm blanking. Help. Shit. It's an art YouTuber. Brain, if you could fire some neurons right now, that'd be great. Ethan Becker.
Oh, yeah.
I think he has like a whole video about like, especially like line confidence. If you start using more straight lines than curves, I think it could give you a lot more like line confidence than doing the curvies.
Yeah. The curvies. Alright,
Doing the curvies.
yeah, join us next time. I think the next video we do might be some extra credit, more bug snacks, because oh my god, it's getting crazy.
Bug snack.
But yeah, next Sunday we'll finish up more of the Mermay. Remember to check us out on YouTube and all of our other channels. We both individually stream. I think it's what, ! Crew?
Yeah.
Crew. There we go. Yeah, check out, B, me, we both stream. Also, Mint, she's not here right now, but over at twitch.tv/mintfish. That's Mint with 2 T's. Make sure you check them out. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.